For a while now, AI has been a pretty helpful assistant for developers, right? But what if it could be a true partner, a real teammate? That's the huge question Google is trying to answer with its brand new platform, Antigravity. And let me tell you, this isn't just an update, it's a complete reimagining of how we build software with AI. It really feels like it could change everything. So let's dive in.
And hey, you don't have to just take my word for it. Early reviews are already starting to roll in, and people are blown away. One YouTuber, I with Brandon, put it just perfectly. He called it cursor put on steroids. And that's a massive statement, because it gets right to the heart of what makes this thing so different. Today we're going to break down exactly what makes anti-gravity so powerful, and it all starts with the brand new brain that's running the whole show.
So before we can really wrap our heads around anti-gravity, we have to look under the hood. We have to talk about the engine, Gemini 3. And this isn't just another small update. Nope. This is a whole new class of AI model from Google, and it is the absolute key to unlocking everything that anti-gravity can do.
So meet Gemini 3. Google's calling it their most intelligent model ever, and honestly, for good reason. It's basically designed to pull together all of their best AI tech into one single powerhouse. It is built for crazy advanced reasoning, it understands not just text but also images and video, and it's been specifically fine-tuned for really complex coding tasks. You can almost think of it as the ultimate multi-talented developer on your team.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. A bar chart. But look closer, because this is where we see the proof. On the LMRNA leaderboard, which is basically the World Series for AI models, Gemini 3 Pro didn't just win, it smashed records. It hit a score of 1,501 ELO, knocking its own predecessor, Gemini 2.5 Pro, off the top spot after 6 months. So the main takeaway here is that this is verifiably the #1 top-performing model on the planet right now.
But, raw power is only half the battle. Gemini 3 is really good in some specific and super useful ways. Agentic coding means it can act on its own more like a real assistant making its own decisions. It's also amazing at what they're calling vibe coding, like it can understand the feel you're going for in an app's design. And with a massive 1 million token context window, it can hold an entire code base in its memory. It's not just about writing lines of code, it's about understanding the whole project.
Okay, so you have this unbelievably powerful AI brain. Now what? How do you actually use it in the real world? Well, that's where anti-gravity comes in. This is where we make the leap from AI being a simple tool to becoming a genuine teammate. And trust me, this is where things get really interesting.
At its very core, Antigravity is an agentic development platform. And that word, agentic, that's the key. The whole platform is designed to transform the AI from this passive assistant that you just ask questions into an active partner that works alongside you, taking its own initiative to get stuff done. It's really the difference between having a research assistant and having a co-founder.
And this slide shows you exactly how it does that. The AI agents inside Antigravity are not stuck in a little chat box. No, they have direct access to a developer's real tools, the code editor, the command line terminal, and even a web browser so they can test their own work. They can plan what to do, write the code, and then actually check if it works, all by themselves. So what does this new partnership actually mean for your day-to-day coding? Well, Antigravity introduces a completely new workflow. This isn't just about making the old way a little faster, it's about fundamentally changing the entire process of how software gets built. This new workflow really has 3 phases. First, you prompt and plan. You actually collaborate with the AI on a strategy before a single line of code is written. Second, and this is huge, you kick off tasks asynchronously. You can give the AI multiple jobs to do at the same time. And third, the agents actually review their own work in a browser, catching bugs before you even see them. It's just the smarter, more strategic way to build.
This slide really just lays it all out there. The old way was totally linear. You prompt, you wait, you review, you repeat. It's a total bottleneck. The anti-gravity way is parallel. You can fire off a bunch of different tasks, go work on something else, and then just review the finished work as it rolls in. It's a fire and forget model that completely changes the speed of development.
Okay, so if you're firing off all these tasks in parallel, how do you manage it all without it becoming absolute chaos? Google has built 2 incredibly clever features that make it feel less like you're coding and more like you're managing a small, super efficient team. It's all about making that collaboration feel seamless.
First up, you've got the agent inbox, and it looks and feels, well, exactly like an email inbox, but instead of messages, each conversation thread is a specific coding task. You can assign a job, see that the agent's working on it, and then just switch to another conversation to kick off something new. You are literally delegating work to your AI agents, just like you would with a human on your team. The second killer feature is something called artifacts. These are basically things the AI generates that aren't code, like project plans or even UI mockups. What's so cool is that you can collaborate on these directly. You can literally highlight part of a mockup, add a comment like, hey, make this button smaller, and the AI will understand and generate a new version. It's a real back-and-forth feedback loop.
All right, so we've seen all the individual pieces, right? The powerful brain, the new workflow, the smart management tools. But what happens when you put it all together and give the system a genuinely complex, real-world job to do from start to finish? This is where you see the true magic of anti-gravity.
It's the mic drop moment. That same YouTuber gave Antigravity a single prompt: add a text-to-speech feature to my app. Now, to do this, the agent had to touch the entire tech stack. It created a new backend job, it integrated with a third-party API, it set up cloud storage for the audio files, it updated the database, and it modified the front end to add a new play button. Think about that. One prompt for a full-stack feature. That's a game changer.
And maybe the most surprising thing about this whole announcement, Google is making this incredibly powerful tool incredibly accessible. You can get free access to Gemini 3 Pro, their best model, right inside Antigravity, with a really generous limit of 50 requests every 5 hours. They're not just building the future of development, they're inviting everyone to come build it with them.
So this really brings us to the big takeaway. We're moving way beyond simple AI code completion. We're entering a future where developers can operate at a much higher level, focusing on the big picture, the strategy, the product vision, while they delegate all the complex implementation details to their AI partners. So the question is no longer, can AI help me code? Now the real question is, with an AI partner like this, what will you build next? It's a huge shift in how we think about making things, and it is happening right now.